Hey everyone, and welcome back to Almost Fluent, the podcast for English learners who want to sound more natural in everyday conversations. I'm Kayla.
And I'm Marcus. Before we start today, I have to confess something. I almost didn't make it here on time because of my terrible morning routine.
Oh no, what happened this time?
I'll tell you in a minute. But actually, it's the perfect lead-in for today's topic, which is morning routines. We're talking about everything from how many times we hit snooze to what we eat for breakfast.
This is such a great topic for English learners because morning routines are something we all experience, and we use tons of everyday vocabulary and expressions when talking about them.
Exactly. So let's start from the very beginning. Kayla, what time does your alarm go off? And more importantly, do you actually get up when it rings?
My alarm is set for 5:30 a.m. every single day, including weekends. And yes, I get up immediately. No snoozing for me.
5:30? That's incredible. My alarm goes off at 7:15. But here's the thing. I have what you might call a snooze addiction.
Oh no, how bad is it?
I probably hit snooze 4 or 5 times on average. So my alarm goes off at 7:15, but I'm not actually dragging myself out of bed until about 8 o'clock. And by then, I'm in full panic mode. Which, by the way, is what happened this morning. I overslept, couldn't find my keys, and had to run most of the way here.
That's so stressful. How do you feel when you first wake up? Because for me, I actually feel energized and ready to go. I think it's because I go to bed early, usually around 9:30 p.m.
9:30? Wow, I'm usually still watching Netflix at that time. When I finally wake up, I feel groggy, confused, and definitely not ready to face the world. I need at least 2 cups of coffee before I can form complete sentences.
That's such a different experience. I actually wake up naturally most days, before my alarm even goes off. The first thing I do is drink a big glass of water. I keep it on my nightstand. Then I do some gentle stretching for about 10 minutes to wake up my body.
Stretching at 5:30 in the morning? Meanwhile, I'm stumbling to the bathroom, splashing cold water on my face and hoping I don't trip over anything. Let's talk about the bathroom routine. I'm guessing you have a whole skincare regimen?
Actually, I do. I wash my face with a gentle cleanser, use a vitamin C serum, moisturizer, and always sunscreen. The whole routine takes maybe 5 minutes, but it makes me feel put together for the day.
5 minutes? My skincare routine is basically washing my face with whatever soap is available and maybe remembering to brush my teeth. Actually, there was one morning last week where I got all the way to work and realized I'd forgotten to brush my teeth entirely.
Oh my goodness, that's awful.
I was mortified. I had to excuse myself and go buy a toothbrush from the pharmacy next door. Now let's talk about breakfast, and please don't tell me you cook a full meal every morning.
Well, I wouldn't call it a full meal, but I do make a proper breakfast every day. My go-to is overnight oats. I prepare them the night before. Steel-cut oats with almond milk, a tablespoon of chia seeds, fresh berries, and a drizzle of honey.
That sounds delicious and healthy. What's overnight oats?
Oh, it's amazing! You just mix oats with milk in a jar, add your toppings, and let it sit in the fridge overnight. In the morning, it's ready to eat. No cooking required. It's perfect for busy mornings.
That actually sounds like something even I could manage. My breakfast situation is embarrassing. Usually it's a granola bar that I eat while rushing to catch the bus, or sometimes just black coffee and whatever's left in my fridge.
Marcus, coffee is not breakfast, and whatever's left in the fridge doesn't sound very nutritious.
I know. Last Tuesday it was leftover pizza from the weekend. Cold pizza at 8 in the morning is not a good life choice, but when you're running late, you grab whatever you can find.
Oh dear, what about getting dressed? Let me guess, you throw on whatever's closest to your bed?
Pretty much. I have what I like to call a floor-drobe instead of a wardrobe. My clothes live on the floor. I just grab the cleanest looking shirt and hope for the best. What about you? I bet you have everything laid out the night before.
Actually, yes. Every Sunday evening, I plan my outfits for the entire week. I check the weather forecast and lay everything out. Clothes, shoes, accessories, even my work bag. It saves so much time and decision-making in the morning.
That's so smart. I'm always running around looking for matching socks. Actually, I gave up on matching socks entirely. As long as they're both black or both white, I consider it a win.
At least you're checking the color. That's progress.
Barely. Now, let's talk about commutes. How long does it take you to get to work? And what do you do during the journey?
My commute is about 35 minutes by bus and subway, but because I leave with plenty of time, I never feel rushed. I use that time productively. I listen to podcasts, read, or sometimes review my schedule for the day and make a to-do list.
That sounds so peaceful and organized. My commute is about 30 minutes, but I'm usually speed walking or jogging to the bus stop because I'm running late.
Every day?
Pretty much. And when I'm on the bus, I'm usually catching my breath, frantically checking my phone for emails, or trying to eat my granola bar without making crumbs everywhere. Sometimes I'm even preparing for meetings I forgot about.
Oh, Marcus, that sounds exhausting. So by the time you get to work, you're already stressed out?
Exactly. I arrive sweaty, out of breath, and my whole day starts off on the wrong foot. What about you? I bet you glide into the office like you were in a Zen commercial.
Well, I do arrive feeling calm and prepared. I actually enjoy the transition from home to work. It gives me time to mentally shift gears.
I'm genuinely curious. Are your weekends different, or do you still wake up at 5:30 on Saturday and Sunday?
I still wake up early, but I give myself permission to sleep in until 6 or 6:30 on weekends. It feels like such a luxury. On Saturday mornings, I like to make a bigger breakfast, maybe pancakes or avocado toast with a poached egg.
6:30 is sleeping in for you? That's my regular alarm time. On weekends, I try to sleep until at least 10 a.m., sometimes 11 if I can get away with it. My weekend breakfast is usually whatever I can scrounge up, cereal, toast, or I'll order delivery.
You know what's interesting? I wasn't always like this. In college, I was exactly like you, staying up until 2 or 3 in the morning, sleeping until noon, always rushing around.
Really? What changed? How did you transform from a night owl into a super organized morning person?
It was gradual. I started noticing that when I had chaotic mornings, my whole day felt off balance. But when I had calm, organized mornings, I felt more in control and happier throughout the day. So I decided to experiment with waking up earlier.
That makes sense. So what advice would you give to someone like me who wants to improve their morning routine but feels overwhelmed by the idea of completely changing everything?
Start really small. Don't try to become a morning person overnight. Maybe set your alarm just 10 minutes earlier and use that time to eat a proper breakfast instead of grabbing something on the run. And prepare things the night before. Lay out your clothes, pack your work bag, maybe even prepare your breakfast like those overnight oats. The key is to eliminate as many decisions as possible in the morning.
That's brilliant advice. I never thought about it that way. Reducing morning decisions. I spend so much mental energy deciding what to wear or what to eat when I'm already running late.
Exactly. And here's another big one, your phone. What's the first thing you do when you wake up?
Honestly, I reach for my phone before I've even opened my eyes properly. I scroll through notifications, check my messages, look at social media. Before I know it, 15 minutes have gone by and I'm even more behind than I was before.
That's so common. I used to do the same thing. Now I have a rule. No phone for the first 30 minutes of the day. I don't even charge it by my bed anymore. I use a separate alarm clock.
A separate alarm clock? Like an actual physical clock?
Yes, it sounds old-fashioned that it means my phone is across the room and I have no reason to touch it first thing. I found that scrolling through my phone first thing in the morning was filling my head with other people's news and opinions before I'd even had a chance to think my own thoughts.
That's actually really profound. I'd never considered that before. I just assumed checking my phone was a normal part of waking up.
It's become normal, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's good for us. I noticed I was starting a lot of mornings feeling anxious or distracted before I'd even gotten out of bed, and it was almost always because of something I'd seen on my phone.
Yeah, I can relate to that. I'll see a stressful work email at 7 a.m. and suddenly my whole morning feels ruined. And I probably could have waited until I got to the office to deal with it.
Exactly. The emails aren't going anywhere. Giving yourself even just 20 minutes of phone-free time in the morning can make a huge difference to how you feel for the rest of the day.
I'm going to try that, along with the overnight oats and laying out my clothes. You might actually turn me into a morning person yet, Kayla.
One step at a time. Though I will say, I genuinely believe anyone can get there with small, consistent changes.
That's a really hopeful way to look at it. Well, this conversation has been an eye-opener, and honestly, a little embarrassing for me, but a good kind of embarrassing. Thanks so much for listening to Almost Fluent today, everyone.
Remember, the best way to keep improving your English is to keep listening to natural conversations like this one. The more you hear the language used in real, everyday situations, the more natural it will start to feel for you too. And hey, maybe try leaving your phone on the other side of the room tonight.
She's not wrong. We'll see you in the next episode.
See you next time on Almost Fluent.